After being stranded on the island for months, the woman suddenly discovered a red research station. It was the first sign of human presence she had seen in the Antarctic during her entire stay. Excited, she rushed over to ask for help, only to find the doors and windows tightly shut. Desperate to survive, she tried to pry open the main door and break in. To her surprise, the station's interior was luxurious, and the supplies were abundant. In one of the cabinets, she found biscuits that hadn't expired, the first truly delicious food she had had in months. After resting on the sofa for a while and changing into clean clothes, she began to explore the research station. To her shock, she successfully started the station's generator. It was unbelievable. The generator was still working. Once the power was on, she hurriedly turned on the telegraph machine to send a distress signal, but unfortunately, all channels were silent. The next morning, she opened one of the containers outside and discovered a hidden speedboat. She eagerly pulled the boat out, packed her supplies into it, and quickly headed toward the other side of the island. At that point, she had no idea whether her husband was still alive, as it had been nearly half a month since she left him behind. When she reached the previous camp, it was already late at night. She entered the house but didn't see her husband anywhere, instantly sensing that something was wrong. If her husband had truly died, there should have been a body. Spotting a foot sticking out from the corner, she rushed over to check. To her astonishment, she found her husband lying there. Looking at his pale, lifeless face, the woman was filled with guilt, tears welling up in her eyes. She regretted that if she hadn't left on her own, her husband might still be alive. As she repeatedly whispered, "I'm sorry," to her husband, she suddenly noticed a faint breath. In a burst of hope, she tightly hugged him, staying awake all night. The next morning, she dragged her husband onto the speedboat, determined to take him back to the research station.